Conscious Fever, hosted by Carl Price.
Till I die, I gotta stay. Till I die, I gotta stay.
And we are back with more Conscious Fever, hosted by Carl Price, Esquire. Listening to Conscious Fever, hosted by Carl Price.
Till I die, I gotta stay. Till I die.
Welcome to the Conscious Fever podcast, hosted by Carl Price and Paul Mullins. Coming to you live from
You are
Louisville,
listening to
Kentucky.
Conscious Fever, hosted by Carl Price.
Either way, I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. So listen responsibly.
It's the best of the best. It's the one and only DJ Ice, Louisville's coldest DJ.
Hey, good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Conscious Fever here on Ice Entertainment Television, Conscious Fever Radio. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I believe that was an imposter impersonating me in a gray suit. It wasn't me. Anyway, good evening. Welcome to Conscious Fever here on Ice Entertainment Television, Conscious Fever Radio. I am Carl Price, your host. I'm glad that you all are able to join us tonight. I do have Paul Mullins here with me tonight, and we're going to get started on talking about some stuff that he wants to talk about. He was just sitting here watching a Travis Hunter movie, something on YouTube about Travis Hunter, and I'm trying to tell him that, you know, a lot of that stuff ain't true. But anyway, he's going to have to learn. But tonight we are talking, we don't have a script tonight. You know, we just don't have a script. But I'm going to tell you what I was doing. I have to practice my voice for this weekend because I'm going to be singing a solo at church. I don't know why I'm singing this song out of all songs, but I'm going to do it.
I am bound for Zion.
Huh?
I am bound for Zion. So
no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's by the Williams Brothers. So I was thinking when I heard the promo, it says, what does he say? What we're about to do is failure to communicate. And I thought about a tune. And I thought about just practicing my voice for this weekend. Like, what we have here is a failure to communicate. Or I could say, what we have here is a failure to communicate. Or I could say in a tenor two, what we have here is a failure to communicate. But anyway, however I do it, I'm going to do it this weekend. So if y'all want to, if y'all want to join on, you know, y'all can come to the Oak Grove Missionary Baptist Church. Service starts on Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Actually, Sunday school starts a little bit before that at 10 a.m. So, you know, come have some fun with us. And you'll hear me sing. I don't have a voice. Anyway, when I come back, Paul's going to have a voice, and we're going to talk about some stuff tonight. You are listening to Conscious Fever. You're listening to it on Ice Entertainment Television and Conscious Fever Radio. And I am Carl Price. I'm going to bring Paul Mullins back when I come back. I am your host. We'll be right back.
I don't want them, no, get them all off me. Say that for L, she a cause, you see. 4 cars deep, we'll come through on a lane 9. Chicken spot, wings and fries. We call that a day night. Lights on, sold out. I don't have no stage fright. Knew that I was built for this forever, ever, ever.
You are listening to Conscious Fever, hosted by Carl Price.
We ride Benz, 10 times 10. All my friends, this for real.
And we are back with more Conscious Fever, hosted by Carl Price Esquire.
That would be me here on Ice Entertainment Television and Conscious Fever Radio. I am Carl Price. They tell me I am the host tonight, and that's perfectly fine. Anyway, I've got Paul Mullins here with me tonight. Paul, good evening.
Let's check my phone.
I don't know if I should say good evening or if I should just say something else, but anyway, I told you we were going to go to the comments.
I'm looking at them.
When we came back, you're looking at them. What do you mean you're
looking at
at
the comments right here? I can see them straight ahead.
Huh?
I see them.
You see the comments? They are saying that you're a little bit too big, Paul, because you're not bigger than me.
All right, come on.
So anyway, you want to look at the comments, man. Let's look at some comments here and welcome everybody into the Conscious Fever show. And I really like that music. Maybe I can
you
just
produced
play
it, so,
huh?
So you produced
I
it.
don't know about that. Hi, Stephanie. How are you tonight?
Good evening. She's always first.
Hi, my beautiful man, Paul, a.k.a. Slick Rick
the
the
Ruler.
Ruler.
Don't get me started. Take me back to school. Be like, Lord, we likes to party. We don't.
Good evening, Madeline. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, Madeline was a newcomer, but she's sticking around.
Oh, you looking fly, sir. Thank you, Madison. I don't know. Oh, so you did say hi, Carl. Okay. Hello, Stephanie.
Oh my
I
goodness.
roar like a. Yes,
goodness.
you look good, sir, for real. Paul, this is the part that boards Paul.
What part?
Oh, there it is, Paul. That's what you're looking for. Where my man at? You know she's talking about.
But she said we got married.
Well, I got to tell the line is till 10. Hope she's not working. Where is she? There you go. Andrew, my man. Andrew, I don't know you were singing. I didn't know you were singing. Yeah, Andrew, I'm singing. And that means you're going to have to handle all of the stuff up in the media department. And you got to get a close-up of me.
Does he go to your church?
But yeah, he does. But listen, Andrew, if I screw up, I'm telling you, man, you got to take the camera off of me and just give the big picture so nobody know who's singing. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. So hopefully you'll be there. We've got a lot of technology to work around, so you'll be there. What, man? What are you talking about, Madeline? Shut up, Grover. Who the hell is Grover?
Who's Grover?
Oh, she said whatever. That's what whatever is.
G.
Oak Grove Missionary Baptist
Oh.
Church. That is the acronym.
It's the church.
Yep. Thank you, Andrew. Let me call the lioness because she needs to go on Sunday. Yeah, y'all should come see me sing.
Who's Grover?
She bringing her man.
It's like Grover, the guy from
Grover
Sesame
stopped
Street.
before she come on,
Oh
girl.
my goodness.
Are they calling me Grover? Hey,
No,
there you
Grover.
go, Stephanie.
Grover's the
That's
little
for you.
character from Sesame Street.
Grover. No, Grover's from. I thought Grover was somewhere else.
Sesame Street, right? The Muppets, something.
Is that what you call it?
I don't know. I think it's the Muppets.
No, Paul was roaring for you. Girl, shall get a man, honey.
It's a serious fight here.
Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate it, my friend, because I am going to need you to have me this weekend if the broadcast is going to be okay. But you do pretty good without me, man. I appreciate that.
Alvin Brown.
DLA.
What does that
the
stand?
hell is DLA, Alvin? You're going to have to explain yourself for that. Grover is Sesame Street. Okay.
Delay. It says delay. He says he's delayed. I don't know.
Delay.
Delayed, I guess. I don't know.
Really, girl?
All right.
Oh, what y'all talking about? Slavery and the Holocaust. Holocaust. So you know what he's talking about?
Not yet. You see, we used to have call-ins. Remember when we had call-ins?
I know we're gonna bring the call-ins
No,
back.
I don't
Miss
think it's a
Chen
good idea.
hiding tonight.
I don't think it's a good idea. I'm
You
pretty
think
sure
it's
we
a
know
good
who the
idea?
first callers would be.
Lamont if you're listening to me, Mr. Producer in Lexington, Kentucky, if you're just now asking for a graphic, that means we don't have one because we are live on the air, my friend. maybe you will see that. Anyway, thanks everybody for
Is it on
joining us. I
Facebook?
see y'all on Facebook. No, these are all YouTube. So if you want to comment,
Yeah,
if
we
you
ain't
wanna
figured out how to
comment-
put you. We used to have YouTube on the comments.
No, Paul,
and-
don't say that. We
We
know
did.
how to-
It was
we
us
know
too.
how to do it. We just don't have time to do it.
Well, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it.
I know how to do it. I just don't have time to do it. And the producer is it's like a ghost sometimes. So anyway, but if you want to comment, if you want us to show your comments, you have to go to YouTube, post your comment.
What if people don't have
And
YouTube?
while you're there, just subscribe and hit the ring bell so we'll know.
Well, that's the first time
so
you ever
know.
asked anybody to do it.
To do that.
Yeah. But we're not real YouTubers.
I'm just gonna. I mean, what do y'all think about Paul today? Is his head shiny or what?
I mean,
If that's the
you.
case.
I'm not in control of the lighting. If I was in control of lighting, I'd look, a little darker. But you got my forehead shining like I got grease on top of it. I don't know, but I might have a little grease, but whatever.
What? What are you talking?
I gotta
about?
put some kind of product in my hair, man. We black. We got to put stuff in our hair.
Black outside.
Juices and berries.
Anyway, what you want to talk about today?
Well, I was scrolling through the YouTube, and I ain't gonna show the video. It's a terrible video, but it said that this new football player, Travis Hunter, said his girlfriend's cheating on him already, and she's
Oh, Paul, there you go,
What?
man.
what? What?
I mean,
What?
you're.
This is
stuff
what?
is-
That's
Paul,
what
that
it
stuff is-
says.
Paul, that stuff is not true.
How do you know it's not true?
It's not, Paul, it's not true.
His girlfriend's cheating on him with one of his teammates, and he's a rookie. He just got there, showed up with this beautiful girl, and it's like, we're gonna take her from you. So
It's not true, Paul.
that's what's true. You wanna watch you wanna watch the story? Here, let me pull it up for you.
We're gonna bring Paul. We're gonna do a.
Here, we just gonna.
We just gonna turn the thunderstorms on Paul. Y'all hear that rain?
How come you don't believe these to be true? Hold on, I'm trying to stop it. It keeps playing automatically in the background. I'm sure they can hear it. Stop with the storms. So what do you think about that though?
What do I think about what?
If you're a rookie in the NFL and you come to the camp and the season ain't even started, and your wife starts cheating on you with a teammate.
Well, are you saying that hypothetically?
No, that's what happened.
Oh, Paul, that's not what happened.
That's what happened.
No,
That's what the YouTube says.
no, Paul. If you're
That's
saying,
what happened.
Hold on, man. If you're saying that hypothetically,
It's not
we can talk
hypothetical.
about it hypothetically. But I don't want to have a conversation tonight about something. I almost said use profanity.
Wow.
And I'm trying to
It's
lead
early.
a song
It's
this weekend.
only
I'm
9:15.
in church. You can't believe everything you hear on YouTube.
I don't
And I'm
believe
gonna tell
everything. I believe
but
that.
you don't. You can't believe the try.
I believe that. I don't believe everything.
Why don't you look on YouTube and find the stories where they actually have confirmed that there's no validity to that story. Actually, the first story was that she had filed for divorce and she was demanding $40 million.
She probably that would be crazy.
So, well, but just like the story you just read is pretty crazy as well.
I think it's true. It makes sense. Have you seen him?
Why do you have something there? You got it. You want to play it?
It's not our YouTube. We didn't. It's somebody named Dream Drop.
And what
That
is he?
sounds credible.
What's he saying?
He's basically saying that she cheated on him and that's with someone with his teammates. That's pretty bad. I mean,
Paul,
he
people
just
do
got a
any-
contract.
People would do anything to get attention, man. Anything.
So you just think it's a flat out lie?
I think it's a flat out lie.
Sounds very believable. Have you seen him?
You know what that sounds
So
believable?
you want what?
It's a whole lot of stuff that sounds believable, man. It's not true.
All right.
I mean, I want you to.
All right, fine,
just
I'll
want
take
you-
it back,
No, I
but
want you to understand that it's
sounds
not
true.
true. You have to understand.
Do you know him personally?
I don't know him personally,
Then it could
Paul,
be
but
true.
I don't have to know him. I've seen him in person, but I don't have to know him.
And what'd you
personally.
think?
I mean, I thought he was a nice kid.
Mm.
But listen, here's the thing, Paul.
Like a gorilla.
This is what he does not look like a gorilla. I can't believe you said that about that man.
Fine.
This is what was said.
Tiger.
This is what was said, just so you know. Let me just educate you on the media, right? The media is there to sell a story. The story
Okay.
makes them money when people watch. So media is there to sell the story. YouTube is no different. All that person is trying to do is get likes. If they get enough likes and enough subscribers, YouTube starts to send them a check. So it's a hustler's game. So they'll say anything about it. Next thing they're going to be talking about the holes in his underwear or something.
I don't know if
You know,
they
and
count
everybody, and then he's going to get 100,000, and that person's going to get 100,000 subscribers because of that.
I'm
I
good
mean, we
with
live in
that.
a crazy world, and you know that. But in fact, that's why, you know, I guess that's why.
In
This
real
is
news.
why we're here.
In real news.
In real news.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some real news.
Grover. Who?
Paul looks like Manny Fresh a little. Whoa.
Who's Manny Fresh?
You know who Manny Fresh is?
Is he good looking?
He's a rapper.
No. Is it an insult?
Next, I want to say hello to Carl, looking very handsome. Hello, Renee. How are you? Good evening, Paul.
I just got a good evening. Carl's handsome, good looking, and I just got a good. Okay, I see what's going on here. We're gonna have to use
Let me address this
powder
entity.
next time.
Please, little apples. Oh my God.
Are they feuding?
I have much respect for these. Thank you.
Thank you. Take back what I just said.
Thank you, Alvin.
Oh, stop
Thank you, Alvin. Thank you so much.
Okay, we're gonna see who's
Oh my
right.
God, Miss Prison says, Miss Prison Sentence Press. First of all, I am a lioness. I cannot be roasted, Grover.
Oh my God, why y'all fighting?
What'd you say? Why y'all fighting?
Yeah, I'm trying to talk like them, you know. Why y'all fighting?
Paul and Carl.
Please, what is going? Thank you, Renee. What's going on? What's with the feud? Who's getting called Grover? I don't understand the Grover comments. Oh my goodness, I see it again. Grover. What is Grover?
Anyway, Paul, it was something you wanted to talk about tonight.
All right.
And we can talk about that. We're gonna give some, because I know this is other stuff you wanted to talk about was the TikTok stuff. I don't even know if TikTok is teamed up tonight. What? What are you still reading?
Trump. I'm reading Alvin's comment, taunting us about slavery.
All right,
So there was a
Paul
Ramsey's
Trump
house.
is taunting us. Yeah.
yes. Can you put that up on the screen with us? So
That Alex and Brad.
there was a CNN broadcast. Is her name
Then we get to this house.
Jillian?
Nobody lives.
What is Jillian? This girl who was
That's
from
Veronda's
Fox who went on
house.
CNN.
It's
Her
right
name is
across the
Jillian
street.
something Michaels, and she goes on one of
then
those
we get into
stations
the
and
have and
says
have-nots.
basically
That's
slavery wasn't that bad or something to that effect.
Veronica's house.
And there was two black people on there, and they just kind of like they were shocked. But if I could find that video, I watched it earlier this week. I know y'all seen it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I know y'all seen that. But she was like, slavery wasn't that bad, and
The last outdoor camera.
we talk about it, something like that. But she releases
red flags am I
these
missing?
comments. Are they fighting in these comments? But so what Alvin's talking about
What
is
red flags am I missing with a young patient with chest pain and a normal EKG?
I mean, I don't
Just
even want
ask
to. Y'all
perplexity.
know I don't
No,
want to
go
talk.
ahead.
I don't want to talk about Trump. Y'all know I don't want to talk about Trump. But let's talk about something real. Me and Carl talked about this earlier today, and it's kind of a boring topic for regular people, I suppose.
She's
We're
working on
lawyers
three
and we like
things.
to talk about stuff like this,
Five-minute
but everybody
Because
knows
I also view you- I
that
told
Texas
you
is
even off camera
going
that I
to or
also
trying
view
to
you
or made substantial steps toward redrawing the district
Hey
map
guys,
so that they
update
can
time.
get extra
So remember that letter I got from you?
representatives in the House of Representatives or up for election come the next election cycle in midterms. And while that may not seem like something we should automatically care about, the problem is that it's swinging over to other states, and it's not just California. And I know y'all are watching the news, but it's not just California. And it's not just Texas. So now we have a situation to where instead of redrawing the maps every 10 years, which was traditionally the traditional norm, now they're going to redistrict it every year. Or they're going to try to redistrict it every 5 years, and they're doing it at a specific direction of Donald Trump. And that's so that he can basically live up to his promise, which was vote for me and you'll never have to vote again. We are thinking, well, are you going to cheat? Or, well, he's cheating out in the open now. He's just like, all right, y'all normally do it every 10 years. Let's just do it every 5 years to make sure that I get everything done in Congress again. And so now Texas is going to redraw their map. California's going to redraw their map. Florida said, hold my beer. Ohio said, wait a minute. And then you got New York said, well, hold up. And then it's going to spread to Indiana. And next thing you know, everybody's just going to redistrict to where they can make it so
Because
that
this is
red
about
states are
racism.
deeply red and blue states are
if you
deeply
can't
blue.
hear it from
and
them, then
basically
hear it from me.
everything's going to be decided before the votes are even
Here's
taken.
the cold, hard
This is crazy, y'all.
It's a white
It
woman
sounds
and a
like,
daughter.
who cares, whatever, it all work out. It won't all work out.
Because this
It is going, okay, am I
This
being
is
hyperbolic when I say it's going to
about
destroy the
racism.
country? Or at least how the country's supposed to operate, Carl? I mean, is that, what do you think?
because
Well, I mean, I think that we have a lot of ignorant and dumb people in this country, and they fall for anything. That's what I really believe. And so I think that whatever life you're living, you should live that life in your little bubble and not be distracted by everything else that's going on outside.
What the hell?
No, hold on a second.
That's the opposite of what I just said.
Hold on a second.
That's the complete opposite of what I just said.
Hold on a second. Well, no. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that we shouldn't get involved. I mean, we should definitely get out and vote and try to change the landscape.
That's what I
What
heard.
I'm saying is that put your blinders on. Don't be bothered by all of this noise. But what you need to recognize is that there are people who are insecure in this country, and the reality is that you're gonna continue to be insecure because what is going to happen by 2040 is going to happen. You're not gonna change that.
What do you mean? What?
Paul, I'm talking in codes. You don't understand. Anyway, you were talking about
what code is it that I don't understand?
Paul.
You said what's going to happen in 2040 is going to happen.
Paul, I'm going to tell you like my former pastor used to tell us. He would make a really, really good point right there in church, right at about, he comes up to preach at about 12:30, and he may say, that good point at about 12:35, and he's got about 20 minutes left in his preaching, and everybody gets quiet when they were supposed to applaud from the point that he made, and he would always say this: "Don't worry about that. It'll come to you when you get home." So I'm going to say to you, it'll come to you when you get home. Anyway, you were talking about the.
No, it ain't gonna come to me.
You were talking about the Texas redistricting. Here's something that I think that we should probably listen to. I thought this was really interesting, and I guess it's always interesting coming from the opposite race, somebody who has really nothing to lose in all of this other than the fact that she's a Democrat. Listen to this.
This is about racism. And if you can't hear it from them, then hear it from me. As a white woman and a daughter of a man of privilege and power, he knew that his strength was to bring people that didn't look like him to the table of government. And so 50 years later, after Barbara Jordan, aided by white people to have a voice, the first woman of color elected to the South, a woman who sat in the impeachment of Nixon, a woman who said that finally, after amendment, debate, and vote, I am finally part of we the people. To stand here as a 50-year-old woman and know that we now go back in time. So let's talk about cowardice and cheats. Because if you knew you could win this next election, you wouldn't be taking this effort to try to steal 5 seats.
You believe that? That's true.
From elected officials
That's what they're talking
that
about.
members of color elected to represent them in Washington, D.C. You wouldn't be doing everything you can to take this coalition of diversity and stand up at the mic and say, why are we doing this? Because we can. And you shield your racism with your party, with ignorance and arrogance, to come up here and say, to be honest with you, I haven't read the bill from the other side. To be honest with you, I haven't talked to the lawyers to be bringing this before. Because you think that people will give you grace on ignorance and arrogance around party because you can't admit that the root of all of this is about racism and power.
Right.
A power grab. A pure power grab. And so I'm going to ask, don't shake your head. Because I'm going to give you a moment to prove what you mean behind that. Because when Donald Trump called Georgia Republicans and said, hey boys, I need you to steal me almost 12,000 votes.
Those white people.
To those men credit, they said, no sir. We already know what Governor Abbott said.
Speaking in
Because this is about racism.
All right.
Yeah, so the story is that Al Green from Texas and Jasmine Crockett have had their districts redone to the point to where they may not win their elections.
Hold on a second. Thank you, Andrew. We hear someone's phone in the background.
That was earlier when I had the...
No, I think that was when I was playing it. Okay, we got you, Andrew. Appreciate that. I can hear something else. other than Paul.
Well, here we go.
Me too. It's Carl playing around. California is also doing the same to counter Texas,
which isn't good. I'm telling you, it ain't good. That's my point. Is they can't just all decide we're gonna tit for tat, because then in a state like Kentucky, you wind up. I think we have 8 representatives. You wind up with 7-1. Now, if you look at the population and the voting of Kentucky, we voted for a Democratic governor. We're about at least 48%. Democrats are about 48% of Kentucky, and they would only get 1 vote if you just could gerrymander and redistrict away the vote of Democrats. That ain't right. So just because you can do it in California and you get rid of all the Republican representatives in California, it shouldn't be allowed. There's something wrong. It's literally breaking our system of government. It's breaking it, because now you've got a person in a rural part of Texas and another person who's in a Hispanic part of Texas and another person who's in a urban part of Texas, all under one representative. Now, how can that be? That's not fair. It would be like us in Louisville, Kentucky, having the same representative as maybe Bullitt County or Shelby County. We don't have the same interests. We may have some, but for the most part, the representative that's looking out for the urban areas has different interests than somebody in the rural areas. You can't have a representative represent all of that effectively. You need a representative who represents the people in a certain district that have common community interests. So I just think you can't just redistrict away in California because they did it in Texas, and then Florida will respond, and then Michigan will respond, and then Ohio will respond, and then New York will respond. We can't do that. People gotta, I don't know if we got our heads in the sand, but I swear I say this every week, and I don't understand why I'm saying it, but it's true. We should be walking around with our heads on fire. Our country, I feel like the old man saying our country's going to hell, but it's getting really bad, y'all. It's getting really bad in terms of politics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
progressive
hey,
voices in Congress. And Jasmine,
is that me?
No. I don't know why that continues to play through like that.
Is
Sorry,
somebody's
guys.
phone? Is your
its house seat has been completely eliminated through strategic.
Well, this is what happens when we go off script, y'all.
No, that's fine. So in any case, I mean it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy to think that this is what we've come to, because the Republicans, I'm going to say Republicans out loud, because the Republicans really don't want to give up that control, man.
And they started it. I mean, the only reason why the California governor did it is because he had to. You're going to take 5 away in Texas, it's blatant obvious, now I got to. So then Florida's like, well, now we got to. They're going to keep doing it until somebody gets the advantage. This is crazy.
Carl Paul is in touch regarding what the outcome would be of Texas and red line voting districts. We are in the difficult times with Trump.
Yep.
Yeah, but I think what everybody's not really recognizing is the fact that I don't think this is going to pass muster to the Supreme Court.
Why do you say that?
No. Hold on, Paul. Not Supreme Court, because the Supreme Court is not going to. It's probably likely not
going to back Trump. Period.
Can you be quiet a second?
No.
The Supreme Court is probably not going to get the case before the midterms. Okay, so what I'm saying is that there's going to be some federal district judges that are probably going to strike it down. In other words, if somebody brings it in Jasmine Crockett's, you know this, if somebody brings the issue up in Jasmine Crockett's district, it's likely a federal district that favors Democrats. So I'm just saying that. I mean, so it's okay to get all upset about it.
But the problem isn't that it's going to be solved in the courts. The problem is, just like Alvin says, this new wave of Trumpism where we're going to push the limits, we're going to do it because we can, is infecting all of the Republican people who used to be good people, who used to be country first. Bill Maher said it about maybe in 2016. The Republican Party is party first, not country first. Even though they say we're country first, they're completely and utterly party first. You can't be party first. That's just a form of fascism. But what is the point of having a one-party country, which is what they want, a one-party country, when the country was founded on discourse and difference in ideas and compromise to reach the right conclusion. But if you take all that away and it's all one party, we become a bunch of idiots. I mean, if everybody thought like MAGA and everybody was in agreement and there was no Republican versus Democrats, we would all be idiots. And the rest of we would not be the superpower we are. We're the superpower we are because we embrace diversity and know how to deal with it. And everything that he's doing is breaking that ideal down for America. Ronald Reagan, who we hated in the 80s, we thought he was bad. Nobody thought he was this bad. Wouldn't you love to have Ronald Reagan back in office right now? Seriously.
Really? Are you serious?
Is over Trump? Is there even seriously, y'all, am I being hyperbolic when I said Ronald Reagan is George Bush is 10 times more preferable than Trump? Am I being crazy? I don't think so.
I mean, that's if you. We
didn't hate.
I mean, that's
George
if you
Bush.
have no choice to have a Republican.
We didn't hate George Bush. We didn't like his policies, but we didn't think he hated Americans. We didn't think that he was a traitor. We didn't think that he was kill the Democrats. Okay, that's where we are now. That's where we are. I'm done. I'm off at soapbox. You know I can get started.
Well, I know you can stay on the soapbox, but you know, I mean, it really sets bad precedent. I mean, it really does. It's not a good look for the country. But I think she's right, Paul. I think it's just a power grab. It's hard to believe that it's not racism.
It's not. It is racism. It's racism in the fact of let's say you have in Kentucky we're maybe 18% black, right?
Right.
So if you took 18% of 8, okay. I hate doing math. Okay, well, okay, that doesn't work out, but because it's a small number. But if you say that all of a certain demographic get one vote, and yet they represent a larger one vote out of 10, which is 10%, but they represent a larger demographic, say 30%, they would be entitled to 3 votes. And if you gerrymander and fix the maps in a certain way, you are disenfranchising a group of people just by taking away their ability to block their vote and have a representative in Congress. It's vile. It is racist, just like they said. In other words, it's racist because they targeted specific black representatives, Jasmine Crockett and Al Green. Why? Jasmine Crockett is an outspoken opponent of Trump. Al Green is the one who got thrown out of Congress during his speech. Those are targets. That is specific targets at him. Well, this is what we'll do. We don't like what you said. We'll just redistrict the map so that you don't get voted in. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
That is more than a power grab. That's crazy. We don't like you, so we'll redraw the map so we get rid of you. Think about that. Think about the people elected in that district. They elected this representative. That representative goes. They're showing out in Congress or doing whatever. People are proud of her. They vote for her again. And they say, we don't like her. We'll just redraw her map so that she's got a whole new slew of voters. So Al Green, this is the one I know about. Let's say he had a district where he had predominantly Democratic and black voters. They redistrict his map so that now he's in a, Republican and white voters. Good luck getting reelected, right? That's crazy. That's crazy to me. I don't even know how it's legal. Right, you'd bring Reagan and Bush back in a heartbeat over Trump. In a heartbeat. Reagan, we didn't like Reagan's politics, but nobody thought Reagan didn't love the country.
Well, I mean, I guess in comparison to Trump, Reagan really, really loves the country, right?
Well, nobody thought that Reagan was going to cheat because there was honor among the parties. We did stuff that advanced your policies, but we didn't start doing these overtly cheating tactics until Trump came along. And Trump just looked at the map and the playing field and he said, I see what's going on in politics, but I'm going to take it to another level. Right. And we don't have any safeguards in place, or we didn't have any safeguards in place to stop that from happening, but we did have safeguards in place. The safeguards were, okay, we got the Supreme Court, you got 3 that are liberal, you got 3 that are conservative, and then you got 3 in the middle. And then they changed that whole thing. There are no more middle ground Supreme Court justice where things don't always go one way. Now they tipped it. Didn't get Merrick Garland in, and they tipped the cap. And now it's just like, all right, now that we got the Supreme Court we want, we're going to do whatever we want, and we're not going to be stopped.
Multiple
social initiatives will be abolished. Yeah.
Section 8 SNAP.
All that stuff.
Etc. Yeah.
And they don't care. They don't care because when you make, gave you this example a long time ago. If you make $10,000, a guy making $100,000 don't know what your problems are. And if you're making $100,000, a guy making $1 million don't know what your problems are. And if you make $1 million, believe it or not, somebody who's a billionaire don't know what your problems are. So they don't know.
Some of that is right, Paul.
No, you just don't. You don't know what the problems are of a guy making $10,000. You think you do, but you're not living it.
You don't think I do?
You don't know it. You think you know it.
No.
You don't know it.
Come on, Paul.
You think you know it. I agree.
No other governor in U.S. history has ever signed a bill that will put the maps in front of the voters. We will be the first state in U.S. history to, in the most democratic way, submit to the people of our state the ability to determine their own maps. That simply has not been done. But I want to first just briefly back up and pick up a little bit of what the Speaker and the Pro Tem said, and just remind everybody what they reminded you that need to be reminded, all of us again, of how we got here. We got here because the President of the United States is struggling. We got here because the President of the United States is one of the most unpopular presidents in U.S. history. We got here because he recognizes that he will lose the election. Congress will go back into the hands of the Democratic Party next November. We got here because of his failed policies. Those are being exposed hour by hour, reinforced today by Walmart announcing they'll be raising prices because of the tax increases, because of the tariffs.
Right.
Reminded every day by slowing economy.
I know exactly what he's saying.
Growing mistrust.
You know exactly what who's saying.
So Brandon's saying basically the redistricting of the map is like somebody watching and saying, hey, all these black people are dunking. Let's just only count it as 1 point. All of a sudden it's now worth 1 point. You know, wait a minute, all these black people are dunking all over people. We don't like it. It's 1 point because the black people are dunking. You see?
Yeah.
It's some white people dunking, but mostly the black kids are dunking. So let's just count this as 1 point.
Yeah.
And then you redraw the map. It's just, what do you do, though? That's the question. What do you do? Now, Gavin Newsom, he's saying he's letting the people vote for this. The truth of the matter is he has to do it that way. He can't do it like Texas do it and just put it to a state legislature vote. That's why they have to do it in California, because in California they've got a committee that has to approve the map redistricting, which is like a bipartisan committee. So he can do it that way because that's the way they set up in California to keep them from doing what Texas is doing. So maybe that's a little spin that people think, oh yeah, he's doing it the right way. But the truth of the matter is, I know this. I'm not trying to be a sellout for the Democrats. He has to do it that way. Send it to a vote and let the people vote on it. But he's projecting like he's doing it as a heroic thing, but he couldn't do it like Governor Abbott.
Are you talking about
California law won't let him?
Yeah, kind of interesting stuff.
Trust all across this nation, across the board.
I know we can get off this. We can go to something funny.
He recognized that, and that's why he made.
We would have to
asking for 5.
But anyway, I thought he made some pretty good points
of rules.
Gavin Newsom.
He plays by no rules. I remind
Is it
you
still
all
going?
the time.
Can they hear?
It's not the rule of law, it's the rule of God.
Yeah, he would have been better than
And
Kamala
we're
Harris.
standing up to
Honestly,
that. We're responding.
I've heard him in some
They
other
fired the
interviews,
first
and he
shot
goes
in Texas.
after
We wouldn't be here
Donald Trump
if
pretty hard.
Texas
Like right
not
now,
done
there's some
what they
some
just did.
ads
Donald
out there
Trump
where
didn't
he's
do what
basically
he just
taking all
did.
of Donald
He went
Trump's
so far as
old
to follow up and
memes,
say,
and he's putting himself in it,
just want those
and
5
it's
seats. He said
hilarious.
he's, quote,
Alvin, I
unquote,
know you've seen this on CNN and Fox.
to those 5 seats.
He would put a picture out there, and I can't think of one off the top of my head, but say he's got a picture out there of Kid Rock, and he's got Kid Rock saying that he supports Gavin Newsom. And, of course, Kid Rock's like, I'm a Trumper. I can't believe you would put that picture out. And they're all up in arms that he did that with Kid Rock. And Fox is on there saying, I can't believe he did this. And the truth of the matter is all he did was take the same photo that Trump took of Taylor Swift, where he claimed that she supported Donald Trump, and he did the exact same dad. And they went off, and he's just like, well, wait a minute, y'all did the same thing. There was another one. He tweeted I know y'all have seen his tweet. He tweets in the middle of the night some crazy rant in all caps.
Oh.
Gavin Newsom, saying that, he did this big, beautiful thing in California. And the lady literally on Fox News gets on there and she says, where's his wife? Why isn't she controlling his Twitter? I can't believe he's up in the middle of the night tweeting all these things when he should be running California. You know how silly that sounds?
Right. Especially
That's literally what they said on Fox. And then we're just sitting back looking at this like, the hypocrisy is just crazy that somebody on Fox would get offended that he's tweeting these things in the middle of the night and saying he should be running California. And it's like, I tweeted literally the exact same thing that Donald Trump tweeted. So it's pretty
Alvin wants
funny.
you to go to another subject. Target lost billions, DEI. Yeah, we heard that story, Alvin. We heard
Except
that.
my daughter works at Target.
Well,
she got hired.
What?
What?
You shouldn't tell him.
Why? She
The
went in there.
Target CEO, as of today or yesterday,
She tricked him. She told her name was Jessica, so they didn't think she had a black name, and then they showed up and she got hired over the internet before she did an interview, and then she showed up and I was like, oh,
all right. Well,
Jessica.
Anyway, the
Thought she was
Target.
white.
You all may have heard that the Target CEO actually resigned.
Yeah.
Because Target was taking so much of a loss from something that happened. I'm not sure if I'm quite clear on what happened, but I think they succumbed to Donald Trump's request for getting rid of DEI. Is that what happened with Target? Yeah. Except they hired your daughter.
I don't think that
your daughter is black, right?
Yeah, shut up.
Okay, it's just is black. Okay, but in any case, but that's what. No, but what I'm saying is that that's what happened, and then Cracker Barrel changed their logo. I'm not sure what Cracker Barrel changed their logo to. Do you?
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
I mean, my daughter liked working at Target, but she doesn't like, working at...
You got to speak up, Paul. I don't think they can hear you.
What
you say?
She liked working at Target.
She likes working at Target?
Yeah, but it depends. Target is a national chain, but she works at a Target... there's plenty of black kids there, so I don't know if they did that on purpose, but it's kind of like a East End black neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if a lot is a good word. Maybe not a lot. Maybe not a lot of black kids, but they hire young people in the J-Town area, so, it's just a lot of black people in J-Town.
It's a lot of black people in J-Town? Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, so Target CEO steps down as sales remain sluggish.
But once something gets boycotted, and it goes viral, it's really tough on a corporation like that, because there was another one. What was that? Hobby Lobby. Did they survive the boycotts?
Hobby Lobby did
still
not.
doing good, right?
No, I think Hobby Lobby played.
I don't know
bankruptcy.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but Hobby Lobby, had an issue. But I tell you, one corporation that's surviving, no matter how racist or how ultra Christian they are, and that's Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Black folks gonna get that chicken.
What do you mean by that, Paul? Now, that's very racist of you.
I'm just kidding.
Huh?
Why you gotta make it weird, man?
I'm not making it weird. I'm just saying.
It's just a small little thing. All right, so
what did Chick-fil-A do?
They had the.
You think Chick-fil-A is just racist altogether?
No, I didn't say Chick-fil-A is racist, but they had something back when Trump was running the first time.
I mean, they supported Trump.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
They survived. All right, so
Chick-fil-A is okay. You like Chick-fil-A?
Everybody likes Chick-fil-A.
No, everybody doesn't like Chick-fil-A.
They put crack in their food, man.
People want to boycott
Tell
Chick-fil-A.
me somebody who hates Chick-fil-A. Anybody here hates Chick-fil-A? Hates, not dislikes. Just nobody hates Chick-fil-A.
I'm not sure.
When was the last time you've been there?
True.
If you ain't been there, it doesn't count.
6 years ago.
Okay, but you don't eat out.
I do eat out.
You don't eat out at fast food. You don't eat at fast food restaurants, Carl.
Oh, I thought you talking. Oh, yeah.
You don't eat at fast food.
What about the sheriff
You're
who
too
shot
good for
the
fast
judge
food.
in his chambers? Yeah, Greg.
Oh, that was a while ago. That was a Kentucky judge.
Yeah, that was in Kentucky, man.
Yeah, he was supposedly the judge was messing with his daughter.
Oh, Paul, don't.
That was the story.
Come on, man.
No. The daughter was 18.
Paul is on sheriff shoots judge. Paul is on this.
That was true.
Paul, you can't believe everything you read.
That's the story. That was the story.
That was an allegation.
Okay, well, he got shot for it.
That was an allegation.
I think the judge's last name was Mullins. Or something like that. Or maybe the sheriff was Mullins.
Mullins, man.
Now you're going to make me look it up. We use the internet, y'all. I think it was his own deputy.
No, Paul.
Okay, well, I'm wrong then. We're going to find out.
Kentucky judge killed in chambers accused of trading sexual favors for influence at wild parties.
It was his daughter, dude.
Huh? There they are on the screen.
Yeah, what's the judge's name?
The judge's name is Kentucky Judge Chairman. The rural Kentucky, the judge's name is Judge Kevin Mullins. Ooh, is he related
I know the story. No, the story was that the guy shot him because allegedly. That's the story.
But
this story's old.
Paul, you're a lawyer. You got to give some.
I'm just reading.
You got to test these.
I'm just reading news.
You just can't read. No, they call it news, Paul, but it's not true. So
are you saying that didn't happen?
What I'm saying to you is, can you imagine? Until we know, there hasn't been a trial, right?
Well,
so
you're never gonna know because the people involved, the person involved is dead.
No, Paul. But here's the thing. But we have trials every day, and trials are designed to test the truth. And to bring out the truth.
That's what you say.
And to bring out the facts. No, come on, man.
I mean, sometimes the trials don't test the truth.
I know they don't. But
the trials test what people say.
But what I'm saying to you, Paul, is that I think it's totally. Can you imagine what his family is thinking when they hear you say that? Well, if it's not true.
That's what the guy. I
don't care what the guy says. Everybody makes an allegation. I mean, hell, he's fighting for his life. He's gonna say anything, man.
What other motivation would there be?
It could be any motivation.
Well, that sounds like a pretty damn good motivation.
Well, I mean, it sounds good to you. Daughter. But you know what, Paul? You defend criminals every day.
Well,
and sometimes the judge
didn't deny it.
Sometimes I don't find that to be funny, man.
You didn't deny it.
That is so insensitive. I mean, that is so insensitive. Listen, the judge, I don't know.
He ain't denied it.
I really don't know what happened, but I know that
what
until we know,
shot.
You don't know. We know he got shot,
right.
and we know he's dead. But to go out on the limb and take those allegations and run with it, somebody who is facing a lifetime in jail. Or the death penalty, because this is a law enforcement judge, is a law enforcement official.
He came back to the courthouse and shot the judge after he heard something. Now you tell me what's going to make you motivated
Paul,
to go
can we
kill?
Wait until after the trial before we start insinuating what the facts might be?
I ain't insinuating nothing. I'm just telling you what was reported.
No, I know, but no, that's his defense.
That ain't his defense.
And they report his defense. And they reported it because they wanted to be sensationalized, just like...
I mean, the running the sexual favor scheme is sensationalized. I don't think the sheriff's going to kill him for that. Sheriff's just turn him in. But if you run a sexual favor scam and my daughter's involved, I might, do something about it.
Paul,
Are we arguing over whether that happened or whether I'm allowed to say that?
We're arguing over whether you're allowed to talk about rumors, because that's all they are, and allegations, and the defense's defense in a particular upcoming trial.
I'm just saying what the sheriff claims happened.
I understand what the sheriff. You didn't say it like that. You didn't say what he claimed.
That makes sense.
I'm just saying that I think that if he was my father, I would feel really, really bad if I knew. If I had seen enough evidence that that's not true and that's just a defense that he's putting forth because he wants to get out of jail free card because he killed this man. I mean, it's just like the N-word, right? They say words are not provocation under the law, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. Whatever prompted this man to do that, even if it did have something to do with his daughter, he's not licensed or privileged to kill anybody.
I agree.
Period.
I agree with that.
I mean, just outright.
I'm just saying the motivation that he allegedly had.
Yeah, I understand.
Which I believe is the motivation. I don't think if the judge was doing other people and doing it corruptly, that I don't know why that would motivate him. I think doing that allegedly and corrupting it, and my daughter's involved, I think that would motivate him.
Who's not listening? Hamara?
Hamara.
There were supposedly several women interviewed who gave sexual favors for leniency. Yeah, I know. Those are reports, Greg. I'm not sure if I'm going to go.
I'm just saying, I believe the sheriff, if your own deputy's going to come and shoot you, I don't think it's because he's protecting other women. I think he's coming in because his daughter was one of those women, period.
Oh, well, then you shouldn't serve on the jury.
No, you
if
definitely
they change the venue to Louis to Jefferson County.
Yeah, I probably couldn't serve.
Please don't serve on the jury. Because I think the judge, judge and his family, his loved ones, deserve a fair trial.
Of course, I could go on the jury pool and say, I consider all the
And what difference does it make? What difference? It happens every day. What happens every day? What happens every day is people sleeping with people they're not supposed to be sleeping with. Now, I know was his daughter a minor?
No.
And then sexual favors for leniency and all that.
Carl, I'd be like, let's be
Look, no.
I'm giving you
the reality is this.
I'm giving you a scenario.
The reality is this,
You and I
Paul.
would have more than a falling out if I came back and found out that you were sleeping with my daughter.
No, of course,
right.
Of course.
More than a falling out.
No, Paul. I understand that. But what I'm saying to you.
That's how I envision this situation. I'm working with this judge every day.
And I get
that.
To find out. And I totally get that, but that does not justify what you may do and what this guy did at all.
It may not justify, but it will certainly give you some relief.
If his daughter's a grown woman.
It will certainly give you some relief.
It is what it is. Now, here comes Alvin churning in. He found texts on his daughter's phones.
Bingo.
Okay, so what if the text says Happy Valentine's Day or Happy Birthday?
Come on, Carl.
What did they say that?
You just want to argue. Because you know.
Hold on a second.
That you would go off.
Hold on a second, Paul.
Who's the closest male judge friend that you have?
Were they sexually explicit? Were they sexually explicit?
Just by initials.
Can I talk?
No. Let me ask my question.
Can I talk on my show before I get these people on YouTube?
My show card. You hear that
listen.
shit? Come on, let's go.
Here's the thing.
I'm going to turn him up.
Here's the thing. Were they sexually explicit texts? Do we know that? If it's a text, what if I text Paul's daughter and say happy birthday?
I'm going to be like, what the fuck?
Right, I know you would say that, but I'm just saying. But the text can be just as innocent as that. I'm just saying.
You're so naive, bro.
No, listen, I'm not naive. I'm not naive.
You're just trying to make a defense.
No, I'm not trying to make a defense. I'm just saying, let the triers of fact determine what the facts are.
I got you. You're right. We lawyers, we're supposed to be like that.
Because there are other people, even though this man is dead, and you said he can tell the story, which is very insensitive. Even though this man is dead, he deserves respect. He's got family members, and they deserve to be, to just wait until the truth comes out. And listen, if he was having sex with this man's daughter, the man's daughter's a grown woman. What the hell? That happens. And Paul, you and I have talked about this before.
I don't know how grown she was.
Paul, maybe we can find
I think
it
she was
out.
like 18 or 19.
Okay, but here's the she's age of majority.
Right, you're right.
But what I'm saying to you is that it's tough being a father.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we go through college, we go through high school, we go through college, we go through that puberty stage, right, where we meet girls and things happen and stuff like that. And when you grow up and you be a father of a daughter, you think about, okay, well, she's going to grow up and get married one day, and all this stuff that we've had done to us, she's going to be doing to a man. That's the reality. It's a horrible thought, but that's the reality. So this man just ought to suck it up. He ain't got no right to shoot this man.
The difference
if this man's having sex with his daughter, he can disagree with it.
Right. But the difference is your daughter comes home, she's 20 years old, she said, I met somebody who's 40, 50, and I got a relationship. You're going to be pissed. But if she says this man who's 40 or 50, oh yeah, he's your best friend. That's fucked up. You might have to shoot him. Just saying.
Paul, often
he might take a bullet.
Paul, often we talk about.
He might have to take a bullet, right, y'all?
Paul, often we talk about getting old, and the fact that there are not as many spaces of dating available.
No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about relationships
sometimes dating
between
10,
you and the
15, 20 years younger than we are.
Yeah, that's fine, but I'm saying there's a difference between that and your best friend messing with your daughter. That's different. If some other dude that you don't know, you're like, man, fuck you, man. But it's your friend, that's a double betrayal.
It happens. He's an elected official. It's totally inappropriate to kill somebody. If he wanted to take it, and I thought that's what country boys did, just take them out back and just have a big old brawl.
We passed because we passed the brawl stage. I came in here, ate lunch with you every day. I came in here, ate lunch.
That would never happen.
No, I'm just saying.
You don't even have to suggest.
Okay,
you don't even have to give that as an example.
I'm telling you, I came into I'm a sheriff. I come into the judge's chambers. I eat lunch with him every day. We talking, we chit chatting, we talking about all kinds of stuff, right? And then I come to find out you don't mess with my daughter. You go mess with somebody else's daughter.
And your
we friends.
And your daughter's 18. So your daughter is reserved to just 18, 19, 20-year-olds?
No, not at all. But I'm saying
when old men have penises as well?
I'm saying, if I'm this judge's sheriff in his courtroom every day, and we cool like it, how could you? How could you? So it's a double betrayal.
I would never do it.
You might as well be screwing his wife.
Listen, I would never do it, but it's totally inappropriate. Anyway,
I mean, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with a man's wife. There's something wrong with it, but there's nothing wrong or justifiable that a man's wife cheats on him and he goes and shoots the new boyfriend. That's not understandable. That's not acceptable. Move on with your life. But it's different if it's a different level of elevation if the person cheating with your wife is your brother, is your best friend. That's a different level of cheating.
I mean, Paul,
that's double dishonesty.
No, Paul, it is a different level of cheating. But I just think that you got to but it's not a different level of justification. That's all I'm saying. It's not a different level of justification. So.
I would not, Stephanie.
You would not what?
Read this comment. You know this to be true. Paul, would you sleep with a married woman? No. Carl knows this. I've said it 1,000 times.
You wouldn't sleep with a married woman?
No, you know that.
Why?
We've had this conversation since I was 30.
Hold on.
Since I was 30, y'all.
Hold on. Let's have it now.
We can have the same conversation we always have.
Why wouldn't you sleep with a married woman?
I just don't.
Why? I mean, what is the moral brick wall that prevents you from sleeping with a married woman?
Because I
don't believe you.
You don't.
I don't believe you.
Have you ever known me?
No, I haven't. I've never known you to do that.
Have you ever heard me talk about it?
I've heard you criticize it.
Right.
Yes. Okay. So what I'm saying is that the ideal one comes up to you.
She's not the ideal one if she's married.
Hold on. She's the ideal one. And she comes up to you and she says, Paul, nobody would know.
I don't see that as an opportunity.
Nobody
I don't see that as gone. To me. I've said this.
Nobody would know.
I've said this to you in private. I've said it my entire life, and I'm consistent. When you go after somebody who's married, and to a certain extent, in my opinion, with a boyfriend, you are weak as a man. You are weak because you are going after some women where your competition.
You don't have the same temptation.
Where your competition is lowered.
You don't have the same temptation.
No, you're not listening. You're not listening. You're weak.
I'm listening.
You're weak because you're going after somebody where the competition's lower.
If the woman's you need a coach between.
If the woman's single, she's got more opportunities. And to me, when you approach somebody who's married, you're preying on her weakness that she may have in her relationship.
What is she trying to get out of that relationship?
Then get out
really bad relationship.
Then get out of the effing relationship.
No. Get out. Okay, hold on, Paul. Let me finish. Just give me. I'm gonna give you a scenario.
That's always been my stance.
I understand. But
That's weak.
I'm just gonna give you a scenario.
Why go after a woman who's already married? You just lowering your competition level. Now instead of competing against 10 men,
she comes to you.
You're competing against one.
She comes
because you're weak.
She comes to you because she's somebody that you are somebody that she can confide in.
Then you let her confide, but you don't try to
these things
scoop her up and take her away from a man.
And then you begin to feel sorry for her. Like wow, this is really bad that he's doing this.
I don't put myself in spaces with married women where I could do that. Like I just don't. Yeah. Like why would you do that? Let them break up on their own. Let them.
I mean, I'm not saying that I do it, Paul. I'm just saying that.
Shit. You would.
No,
I can tell by the way you talk about. You would. Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
This is just a podcast.
Yeah, whatever.
We're just a podcast and we're just talking.
You forget we go way back.
I'm just challenging you. I just don't believe that if she's there in that sheer nightgown.
I'm not gonna be anywhere where a married woman's in a sheer nightgown.
Nipples alert. Everything else going on.
That's a fantasy. It's not gonna happen. And it's
Hair
not.
On the
and I understand that Stephanie's saying it's biblical, it's wrong. That's not why it's morally wrong to me. It's just something I wouldn't do, and I've always been that way. Always, all the way back to my days in school.
I'm glad Paul's temptation.
It's not about Carl. It's not about a moral judgment. It's a weakness. It's a weakness. You going after somebody who's only got a competition of one. And secondly, the bigger problem is that what a text wishing happy birthday is different from but a bigger problem is that you go after a woman who's married. You take her from a man. How trustworthy is she? That means somebody can come along and do it to you, I guess.
It happens every day, Paul. I'm not bad, Stephanie. I'm just speaking the truth.
Because
I don't believe Paul have morals.
What are you talking about?
That. I mean, he does. He does, but he doesn't have as many as you think.
What are you talking about?
Just what I said, Carl. You are not cool. Oh my God, I'm losing respect for you now.
I've been consistent.
I'm just arguing,
I've been consistent
y'all.
with that since the first time we ever had this conversation when we was 30 something. I've been consistent with that. No, stay away from.
Slept with a married man.
No,
I mean a married woman.
Never. Why would I?
Where is my friend?
She got somebody. What the hell? Where's it gonna lead me ultimately?
What if she don't want him? She wants you.
Well, if she wants me, then we just met at the wrong time. It's not gonna work. It's just not. You don't understand. I know a lot of guys. I used to know a guy who worked for me who only dated married women because dating a married woman meant he didn't have to be a real boyfriend. He was just there for the stuff that whatever her husband didn't give her, I guess the sex, and he wasn't a real boyfriend. That's not nothing to aspire to. That's actually disrespectful to women all around.
Sounds kind of convenient.
But there's a lot of people cheating on each other,
Sounds
and people do
it.
Paul. I know, but life and love ain't about convenience. Sometimes you gotta pick and choose battles.
I know,
and it's okay to have battles.
Listen,
you just gotta pick and choose.
Debating. I know that she's off limits if she's married, but every man has temptation.
Whatever, dude.
And Paul has it. Paul has it too.
I have temptations, but I don't fall into those. If a woman says she's married, she got a ring on her finger, I don't approach her. Some people sit ring on her finger and just think that's a challenge. Well, I'm gonna talk to her anyway. No, screw that.
Now, some people like to just sneak around.
Now, if some woman lied to me and I fell in love with her and then I would find a way, she's married, I guarantee you, Carl, I would leave her. I guarantee you. Because the second part of the equation is also true. If she does it to him, why are you feeling like she can't do it to you?
Well, I think that's easy for you to say.
It is easy for me to say, and I'm 50 years old, and it ain't happened to me. I ain't never dated a married woman or tried to talk to a married woman. I don't even mess with girls who got a boyfriend. I had a girl that I was seeing, and she was like not really together, and I came to church with her one day, and she said, well, I'm talking to this dude. I left her. It wasn't no more conversation. It wasn't no more talk. It's just like, all right, I'm not going to be a choice that you looking to make. You either want me or you don't, and if you don't, there's plenty of other girls out there, Carl. You ain't got to be chasing after somebody with a man. You ain't going to be chasing after a girl who's playing the field. You ain't got time for that. I mean, you got time for it, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. It's a lot of
listen,
single women out there.
Don't keep putting this in the first person. I'm only just talking about it. I'm just debating it. And so y'all out there talking.
There's not really a debate.
Don't talk. Paul, I'm just debating. I'm just taking a side. I'm just asking a question.
Right.
I'm just asking a question. So Madeline and Stephanie, y'all chill. Dating a married woman. It's just a discussion.
It's not a discussion. You and I both know that there's a lot of people out there. We're saying dating a married woman. It could be dating a married man. There's a lot of people out there who have this notion that, and maybe it's new people, but they have this notion that I can be married and have a side chick and all that's good. Like all that's okay.
It's these things you need to know about dating a married woman.
I ain't trying to learn nothing.
Is it okay to date a married woman? Simple and short answer is no. It's complicated. 15 things to consider when you're dating an older woman. When you're dating a married woman. Do not have any expectations. Do not expect to have a normal relationship. Remember, you could be her revenge affair. Right. Know that you only add spice to her life.
You're salivating over here, man.
Decide the type of relationship you want. Be discreet.
You're salivating over here, Carl.
Be prepared for confrontation.
This is what you
Remember,
like.
her family will always be priority. I get that. Be prepared to detach at any point. Understand her feelings for her husband. Do not invade her personal space. Do not fall for her. Figure out if she is using you to vent out. Accept its temporary nature. And do not give up on a chance for commitment.
You're right about the last part. The last part is correct. If you cheat, or if you date someone who cheats on their wife, okay, it better work out. That's the only way it's okay. If you say it's okay.
Hold on. Did I hear you say that there are instances where it could be okay, Paul?
I'm saying that's the only way it's okay is if it lasts forever. Because otherwise, y'all just cheating.
The angel, cover me.
I mean, it's not that I'm accepting. I'm saying that that's the only way is if it lasts forever. Because that means y'all were really, truly meant to be together, and neither one of you are happy.
That's so contradictory, Paul.
It is contradictory.
It's so contradictory.
It is contradictory, but I recognize the reality of life. People do it. I had somebody in my office today that it happened to. It happens. It happens. But you ask me, would I chase after a married woman? The answer is no. I'm saying if it happens to somebody, it better be forever. Because otherwise, y'all just cheating. And everybody moves on to the next cheating, because that's not my greatest, but one of my concerns is that how do you trust the person that just cheated on somebody to get together? Now, you could be in a situation where you're unhappy and they're unhappy and y'all's unhappiness brings you together and you find happiness together. But the question is, y'all should be divorced before y'all even try that. Or, okay, if you do that and it works out, great, but that's not my cup. Carl, you know it's not my cup of tea.
Listen,
I just don't.
Paul,
you married? I don't even mess with you. I don't even mess with you.
Marriage is only for lovers. Okay, for those people who get married and are really not in love, they're gonna mess around, and that's what happens. So I just say that marriage.
Everybody claims to be in love when they get married. The problem is a lot of people don't know what love is, and I'm not saying I do.
I know
but a lot of people don't know what it is.
I know a lot of sacred married couples that are madly in love with each other.
But a lot of people don't know what we're talking about. But a lot of people don't know what love is. I mean, some people.
A lot of married couples who are very connected. They absolutely do.
Right, but there are a lot of people who
and those are not the ones that we're talking about.
No, there's a lot of married people. Probably 50% of them who really don't know what love is. For instance, I'll give you the example.
Is that high?
I think it's that high. Let me tell you why I know this. I mean, I do divorce courts all the time, and people don't get married for the reasons that we always think they get married for. For instance,
well, don't.
I'm going to give you an example.
Don't start insulting married people.
I'm not insulting married people. I was once a married person, but
yeah, but you're not now. So
okay, but I'm not insulting anybody. Okay. I'm just giving the reality. You're 20 years old. All right. Let's say not 20, but let's say you're 24 years old, you're female, your clock's ticking, you've never had a good relationship, you find a guy you've been dating for about 3 months, and it's the greatest 3 months you've ever had in your life, and you think this feeling will never go away. You believe you're in love, you know you love him, all right, or at least you believe you love him, and you're in love with him because, you know, he's there for you. And he's the first person who proposes to you. So you get married. Then you figure out, wait a minute, I'm living with this person. He never puts the toilet seat down. And then he starts to annoy you. You weren't deeply in love with that person. You were infatuated with the relationship and the fact that you got a proposal. And that sometimes happens. Yeah. And then you try to make it work, and it don't work. So marriage and love and being in love with somebody is a complicated process, and you know you're in love with somebody when you walk in the bathroom to brush your teeth and they're sitting on the toilet taking a shit and you don't give a goddamn. That's how you know you're in love. Was that too graphic, y'all?
That was a little too much.
All right, I'm sorry.
That was a little too much. Anyway,
I'm sorry. That was too much.
We are over our time. We'll close out with some comments. Hamara had a real good time with what you were saying.
Hamara.
What do you do in the dark and
will come to light?
Come to light, sir, no matter how long you do it for. I would never cheat no matter what. Yeah, I wouldn't either. I respect my covenant made with him.
Well, I mean, yes, but the issue the issue is not about you, Madeline. It's about whether some man would approach you knowing you're married, and you might rebuff him. But the issue is, would the people who approach you while you're already married, the people who see a ring on your finger, who ask you questions like, "Are you in love with your husband?" Like, that happens. I know guys who do that, and they approach women, sense that they're unhappy with their marriage, and I ain't gonna say prey on them, but they prefer women who are married because it's an easier target, which is, to me, weak. So,
anyway, Paul, let's close out with some stuff here. Let me see what this guy is saying.
Show out of whatever he wants, but he can't change the Constitution.
Who is this?
Donald Trump can sign whatever the hell executive orders he
looks
wants to
familiar.
sign
Can't see
and make
his
a
name.
show
John
out of whatever
Shapiro.
he
Oh, that's the
wants,
guy from Pennsylvania.
But he can't change the
Shit
Constitution with an
shit
executive
into
order.
brush.
And the Constitution
Who
gives
said that?
the authority to
Facebook.
set our election rules to the
So we're not
states.
able to
Let
say
me remind you that it was just about 5 years ago that a bipartisan majority
Are you
in the
serious,
House
man?
and in the Senate passed mail-in voting.
Right.
And
I'm
during that
telling the
time,
truth, man.
Millions of people have voted.
Today you dating
by
somebody
mail.
and you walk
we have
in
had
and then-
free and fair, safe and secure elections.
That's probably a terrible
Donald Trump
example.
has
This is why
won
my friend
some
is
of those
still
elections.
single. What do you
He
mean,
has lost
man?
some of
I'm
those
still single
elections.
because-
Democrats have won
What?
some.
Because of what we're talking
Republicans
about?
have won
Somebody's
some.
still single?
For him
I'm
to
sorry.
try.
Yeah, I won't give him a chance to post like that.
Somebody's still talking over us. I'm sorry, y'all.
You just started Shapiro in the background, so turn it off.
Yeah, okay.
Just hit pause, yeah.
No, we're all good.
So we couldn't see the Facebook comments, but you can you see some of them on the
I said, Paul, that's love, the shit and toothbrush.
Right.
And she said, I hear you, Paul. And she said, you pay compliments, don't you?
Pay
You would
compliments.
always see women in every way. We walk to ice machines in hotels.
What does that mean? Ice machines in hotels.
I don't know. What does that mean, Homer? Ice machines?
Ice machines in hotels.
Anyway.
Yeah, it is late.
I do apologize for all the background discussions, but, you know.
I'm not an ultra moral person, but I have certain things that I have.
That's Paul's last word, y'all.
I mean, I'm just saying, Carl, you know this. I'm not an ultra moral person. I don't want anybody to think I'm some kind of saint. But this is something me and Carl have debated probably since I was 30 years old. And he always just said that I'm going to break this mold and one day I'm going to do. I'm not done it yet. And he don't get it. But I won't even look at a woman who's married. Just won't. I mean, okay, that's wrong. I would look. Look is different. But I'm not going to approach her.
every day Paul passes women, and he knows his radar says, "Oh, that's a married one. That's a married one." You're looking at married women, Paul. You don't know it. So.
But I mean, I look for. I mean, honestly, on a sly move, if a woman's got a ring on, I'll notice it, but I won't like make a big deal of it or look down and stare at it. I'll notice it, and I know when something's off limits.
You know, here's the thing. Tyler Perry said once, and he made a point in one of his plays some time ago, and I often think about this. He said a woman married, she went to prom with this kid. I mean, they were kids at the time. Went to the prom with this guy, and she knew that was the guy she should have been with. He was so good to her, but she goes off and she marries this other guy.
Happens.
For 15 years, 20 years, this guy beat her, abused her, cheated on her, and everything. And all those 20 years of her life was just miserable. She finally reconnected with the guy that she went to the prom with, and she had realized that God had brought her back to where she should have been. And she asked God, why did I waste 20 years? Why did you lead me in that direction? I don't know what God's answer was.
He probably said, I kept trying to get you out.
But the point is that sometimes people pull you out of, God pulls you out of relationships to take you back into a relationship where you are. So just hold that example right there, Paul.
I understand where you're going.
Hold that example right there. What I say to you is this, is that as you're holding that example, the only thing I would say to you is this, is that what if the guy that she went to the prom with slept with her a few times while she was married?
Carl, but
it was. Let me finish. Just,
you changed the scenario completely.
No, I know, because it's all not thuggish, right? I mean, if it, and I'm just going back to when Tyler Perry made this point in this play. But if it was all designed in God's way to get these people back together, and that adultery had to happen, what do you say?
What's the difference between that adultery happening and the lady who never met this prom date and just decided to sleep with some guy because she was mad at her husband?
Probably nothing.
And sleep with this guy because she was mad at her husband and said, "Oh shit, this is a better situation."
Probably nothing. But
right.
That's not. But that's not.
That is the point that I'm making. It's
I understand
the same
your
scenario.
point, but you're not answering my question.
I did answer your question.
Very direct.
I answered it.
My question
It's
was
no
very
different
direct.
from the lady who just decides to sleep on her husband because she's mad
So
at
it's
him.
God's way to bring those two people
I don't
back
think it's
together?
God's way. God probably sent you a message in other ways that you didn't ignore. Like the time when you got beat up and your parents came over and said, leave him, and you said no. That was God telling you to leave. How come that doesn't count as God reaching out for you, but another man sleeping with you does? All I'm saying is it's always God's way when you see it the way you want to see it.
Good night, Madeline. I'm glad you respect us both. Is that what you said?
Yes.
I just want to say this, guys, that she truly respected you both, especially you, Carl, and she told me about this show. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, we appreciate that. Anyway, it's time for us to go. Paul, your last words? Don't say anything about married women. Please.
Hey, watch for this redistricting fight. It's bigger than you think, and it could affect Kentucky ultimately. And it's a terrible situation. Even if we say, hey, California got them back, it still sets this chain of events that is going to weaken our country.
And you're so sure of that?
I mean, you tell me. If every 5 years, every time a midterm, why stop it every 5 years? If they can do it every 5 years when it was 10 years, why can't we just do it every 2 years? Why not every time there's an election, the people who win the election just say, let's redraw the map so that we have an unfair advantage at the next election? Like, why stop at 5 years? Like, if I'm president and I ever got elected, I'm going to say, well, Donald Trump said to all his Republican governors, redo the election map at 5 years. I'm like, fuck it, just redo it at 2 years. I want to win every fucking year. It's a slippery slope. You can't do it.
Yeah, that's why
it's not sustainable.
That's why sometimes we just have to close our ears to politics, and unfortunately,
no, you can't.
That's when it. Can I finish?
No.
Unfortunately, sometimes that's when it sneaks up on us. But anyway, hey y'all, this has been Conscious Fever here on Ice Entertainment Television, Conscious Fever Radio. We appreciate everybody who joined us tonight, even though the conversation and the background noise was a little annoying, but even though the conversation got a little hasty. I'll let y'all know. I'll come on the show live and let y'all know. I'll be breaking news if Paul ever sleeps with a married woman. It's Conscious Fever.
What? It wouldn't even be possible unless...
I know it's not possible.
So I got snatched into a room and said, give it to me. And I'm like, but you're married. So what? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Anyway, for my friends watching in Bowling Green, I want to tell y'all, I watched a clip of the Dick Cavett show because I'm old like that. And I watched the clip of Paula Taper. You know who Paula Taper is? Okay, mm-hmm. Paula Taper basically was a madam in Bowling Green back in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s. 50s and 60s. She was a madam. And she served every politician with women. It's a very, very interesting interview. Then she wrote a book.
Mm-hmm.
You need to go watch the clip. Anyway, next week, y'all. Peace.
Good night.
I was born by the river in a little tent. Like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming. but I know change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. 'Cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming. Oh, a change gonna come. Oh, yes it is. Then I go to my brother. And I say, brother, help me please. But he wind up knocking me back down on the knees. There've been times that I thought I couldn't last for long, but now I think I'm able, Father, to carry on. And it's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it is. Yes it is. Yes it is. Said I know that a change is gonna come one day. I know a change